Good morning. Back in shop again, working on the record. Today I'm going to be working on cutting the pieces for mounts and stuff like that so that it fits on the frame as it's supposed to. If I get a chance, which I hope to do, I am going to possibly start working on the main section to reinforce the frame where it goes down into the cab so that we don't get the buckling and in the frame where the weak spots are. So without further ado, we'll get right on it. So unfortunately, I don't have somebody to hold the camera. I've tried talking my son into doing it, but he's been so busy with after-school activities and among other things that right now he just doesn't have time. Maybe when school gets out and summer comes, he'll be able to start taking a part in the videoing and maybe start learning the editing. He is only 12 years old, so school is very important to him. Plus, he's looking forward to doing other activities. I will try to make it so you guys can get better views, but for now, all I can do is either a tripod or once in a while a handheld and move the camera around and position it in a way that gives you the best shots I can. So if you bear with me, things will get better in time. I'm also going to be getting more cameras that I can set up in different places to try and give you different camera positions. So I'm working on it. YouTube doesn't pay me and I'm not making any money off of it. I'm just retired, and so I'm doing the best I can do right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cut and fit this piece. I know it's going to be too long, but I don't know how long, and you can't really measure because the frame is the way the frame is. So I'm going to have to make the cut, go over, test fit it, and then make a mark and make my other cut because this is going on the side over there. Doesn't have to be perfect, but just maybe some flat metal is what it is. Those two, I gotta clean up these. sorta could be easy, but so I think I got her where I like her. I'm going to go ahead and tack all these into place. Alright, that's all I'm going to get done for tonight, because it's getting cold outside and I don't have insulation to keep the shop warm. I think that's going to work pretty good. One thing I can do, go in between this one, I know I can do that, and I'm pretty sure I can put another one behind there. Downfall is I can't really put one in behind here, but I might be able to go this way to strengthen that. Unfortunately, right in here is where that deal is, so I'll probably put one here, one there, box this all in really good. Box this in really good. Like so. To the point. And I'll box this all in because this is where everything is. And that's going to get me real close here. So question would be going across here. Pretty confident that I'm going to have to cut this piece here and then reinforce it with some plate steel, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to cut this. The only thing that this seems to be holding up is the fuel tank brackets and the exhaust. It's got a heat shield here, which that's fine. So I really don't think that if I cut this, it's going to give me a lot of grief. But I may still, wherever I cut it, which will probably be over here somewhere to here, I'll probably put another piece of steel in there just to reinforce that. But, you know, because it's where the hot rivets are, because this is hot riveted. So, might be a pretty important piece. So I will reinforce it with some steel. Maybe that right there. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to cut out that much of it. So I may have to sit there and come in and box this down and then come across. It's not a vital bracket. I think it's pretty big for what it is, but it is for the fuel. So I'm pretty sure that I want to be able to reinforce this. But that pump, I mean, it's got all kinds of hoses and lines. Well, it's a valve body, so it's got all kinds of stuff going on. So I really need to make sure I've got enough room for it, because it's going to sit down here. So unfortunately, so that's what I'm going to have to do with that. That's where we're at, where I'm at anyway. And so tomorrow I will work on getting some more measurements and getting the cross members in. So y'all have a good night. Good morning. We're back at it again. What I'm going to do this time is I got to figure out this cross member piece right here, because I got to know where that valve body is going to sit, and then I have to reinforce it. So today, that's what I'm going to be working on. Is I'm going to cut this out, do this piece, and then weld everything up together. So I'll probably cut this down so that it's the exact width, so it looks good. If a person's got to get in and work, they're not going to go hitting it and stuff like that. So I will get started on that. Pretty thick steel. I'd say 1/8 inch.
wondering maybe I should clean some here and maybe put some weld there, but I'm pretty sure she's not going to go anywhere. She's going to get welded to this part of the frame as well, so she's not going to twist or buckle. But just enough to give it that support that it needs, that so that I didn't weaken it by cutting it.
All right, so that's enough for this video. I am spent. I'm tired. It's a weekend, and I've got other stuff I've got to do, but I want to get this video out to you guys. So in the next video, I'm gonna go through. I'll get my holes marked, so I'll probably have to put it back on the truck, get my holes marked, and then I am going to have to put up a stand and work with my drill press so I can run it over to my drill press. It's gonna be quite a job. I probably should have done it before I started doing all this welding, but I didn't, and now I've got to do it. So, because I don't want to weld it onto the bed of the truck. Some might say, hey, why not? And I may end up doing that, but it is also going to have some bolts for that extra securement. So I will get those holes drilled, and then I will square tube the rails so that the bed can fit on it, and then that will get welded to the rails. So I basically want to make it so that if I do weld it to this bed, that if there's a time when someone wants to remove it, they don't have to cut a big long stream of welds. All they got to do is cut a few welds and then undo the bolts. This is a lot of work. I knew it would be, but it is also my first time actually turning a regular pickup into a wrecker. So, and I'm doing it all myself, so it's kind of new territory, but I know the concept of it. If anybody has any helpful tips, tricks, I know I've got some improvement to do, but it is super cold. I'm shaky, so my welds aren't the best because I'm welding really cold. The welder didn't seem to be working right. I don't know if I've got too much tension on the spool, so I may have to tinker with that and fine tune it. But we'll get it figured out so that I get my weld straight. If there's any ideas, something you guys think maybe I should improve on or add to, just so that I'm not all of a sudden getting this whole thing together and going, gosh, I should have done that. So if you have any experience doing this and have ran into a few issues that I might need to be concerned about or might be able to prevent by doing what needs to be done first, that would be most helpful. The other reason I put these videos out there is for you guys. I read all your comments, I try to answer them, and I accept any criticism you have. If you're gonna criticize me though, could you DM me on that? My email is fabsodak@gmail.com. So you're more than welcome to send me an email, drop me a line. If you've done this before, you have some pictures of how you did it, that's cool too. I'm making this up as I go along, it's in my head, but I'm trying to get it all out the way it's sitting up there. So again, I hope you're enjoying the video, and if you like the video, subscribe, hit that like button, share, and watch for the upcoming videos. I mean, you could check out that one, or maybe that one.